spirit mead. And today I have a Mackmyra on my cask, and I really don't have a clue how I got to this bottle, because usually the Mackmyra is done by Horst, but for some reason I have to do it now, and I'm pretty glad because I've never tried one of Mackmyra, or have I? I think I've had, yes, I have had the one with the hunting. Yes, I had that together with Horst, but I've never had the honor of having a whiskey from Mackmyra by myself. And this time it's a little green, the bottle is a little green, and the Mackmyra is called Björksav. So Mackmyra Björksav, Swedish single malt whiskey. So Björksav, what is Björksav? It's Swedish. For me as a German that doesn't mean anything, but it sounds a little bit like saft, sounds a bit like saft, like juice. And Björksav is kind of a wine champagne made from birch. Björk is birch, or Birch is in German and Björk is in Swedish. And it's a birch wine. And I've thought to myself, like, wait, that's a tree. You can't make wine from a tree. Yes, you can, but it has a bit of a different recipe of making Björksav. Björksav is you take some from their wood, and you cut stuff from the wood and put it into a water and make kind of a juice out of it, and you mix it with sugar, yeast, and lemon. Yes, it's a mixture of sugar, yeast, and lemon. Because of the sugar, you can ferment it and make a wine out of it, and that is in the end then Björksav. And that is then stored in casks, supposedly, to mature the wine, the Björksav wine, the birch wine, and this gives you birch wine casks, Björksav casks. And this whiskey here is now a mixture between bourbon and Oloroso sherry cask mixed with virgin Swedish oak cask, so European oak, Swedish oak, and it has been finished in these birch wine casks, or the Björksav casks. And yeah, that's the product we have in front of us, 46.1% ABV, and yeah, not colored, not chill filtered. Let me show you the box. Here's the box. I can't see how I'm showing it to you. And here is the bottle. And as usual, the bottle from Mackmyra is pretty awesome. I like these bottles. Yeah, Björksav. I have to admit, I've never tried any Björksav, but I would love to try some Björksav. If you ever come to Sweden, try it and tell me how it tastes, or maybe I'll go to Sweden at some point. Oh, it's a cork, and that has smelled quite extensively. Mm-hmm. Oh, very fruity and floral and citrusy, to the point that you even ask yourself if there's a whiskey inside the glass. So it's extremely juicy and fresh, fruity, with pears, green apple, citrus notes. Very fresh, and has a distinct white wine note. I don't have an idea. It must be a white wine because it's birch. there are no grapes in there. A little bit of a honey note, a little bit of sweetness, and a little bit of a woody, oaky, sandalwood, something in that direction. But it really makes my juices flowing. It's really intriguing. It's really calling for a sip. Mm. Oh, bit more oomph to it than I expected. I expected something really fresh. It is fresh, it is fruity, but a bit more oomph to it. Some spiciness going on as well. And the more I wait, the more spiciness and extremely oakiness kicks in. So first up, fresh, and then immediately the oak and heavy tones. A little bit of a bitter sweetness going on in there as well. So a lot heavier than expected. Smell is still very light. Apples, pears, fresh fruits. Very nice. And let's have a try and get the taste again. In your mouth, very juicy, just as you expected from the smell, and very satisfying. And then just as you swallow, kicks in the heavy tones, the oaky tones, European oak, tannins, oakiness, combined with a good amount of dry white wine note, I would describe it. I like it. I like it really much, and it's really something new. There's always something new within the whiskey industry. The Mackmyra distillery is exotic international distillery, but it is a whiskey distillery with a lot of knowledge and a lot of quality. So that's why I say I could highly recommend the Mackmyra distillates, because they just have the knowledge, and the normal ones taste quite normal, but these Björksav and last time with the hunting one, they're really exotic and they are kind of experimental. So if you're on a little bit on the experimental side, then the Mackmyra distillery is definitely your distillery with their exceptional bottlings. That was it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.